for Janae Rochelle, and I have your co-host Letitia.
Hello.
Also, we have a special guest, Lonnie, here today with us to go ahead and discuss our truth with you guys. So start off with our topic today. We're gonna go ahead and talk about family molestation. Um, that's a very deep,
Touchy,
sensitive subject that I feel like in our community, in the African American community, we actually keep secret of it. And I feel like it's time to just honestly get to the bottom of it and really bring it to light and heal from it. Because there's a lot of people hurting from it. So most definitely, let's go ahead and get to it.
Let's get to it.
Welcome, Lonnie.
Hi.
How's your day? Honestly, I guess I should start by that. How's your day going?
Pretty good. I can't complain. I mean, I did some laundry today. So
Clean out that dirty laundry.
Yeah, I'm making it.
Well,
So
that's good. Honestly.
I can't complain about my day.
Welcome to Truth Be Told.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming. So, I had a good day today, honestly. It's been a lot going on within the last week, but we're going to move forward. And today has been like an actually good day. It's Thursday. All right.
So
Knock it out the ball. Right. Knock it out the park. We're going to knock this week out. Knock it out.
How's your day going so far today?
Good. You know, I just turned 28.
Ooh.
So, you know, I'm doing great. You know,
Awesome.
I'm ready, you know, for whatever God takes me and wherever He takes me and what journey
Alright.
He brings me through.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Right. Always. So, how do you guys feel about, the touchy subject of family molestation?
I feel that there's not enough education about it. I don't think parents are taking that time out. Enough parents are taking the time out to sit down and speak about this subject. And it starts there.
It does.
Because, if you don't know nothing, then how are you supposed to protect yourself or let someone know, what's going on? If somebody's doing something they're not supposed to be doing. It starts as a kid. You gotta get it out there. And you might feel like as a parent, it might feel weird, like I gotta, explain this,
That someone in
to
your
a
family may
child,
be touching you,
and stuff like that. But it has to be done regardless. You don't want them to have a blind eye to it.
Yeah,
So,
and
education
is the key.
Yes.
Education most definitely is the key, and it don't even have to be in the house. It could be your teacher.
Yeah.
It could be the police officer.
Yeah.
It could be, your coach. It could come in many different forms. So most definitely with educating whom you're educating, what the wrong and right. Especially at a young age, anyone's touching you inappropriate on your boobs, your private, even just treating you a way that you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not okay. And also what I don't like is how women openly let their daughters just go around anyone and everybody. Because when I was growing up, I barely could even go around my brothers.
Yeah.
I couldn't even hang around my brothers. I
Yeah.
couldn't even be at the basketball court longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because,
Had to be in the house 7 o'clock. With the street lights came on.
nowadays the girls can do whatever.
Wear whatever.
Do whatever, because also it does start
Yeah.
with what you're wearing, because if you're opening your body up to someone to basically touch you with the inappropriate things that you have on, you really you inviting that predator. You're inviting that predator in, but it also again goes back to the root of all problems, your parents sitting down and
Especially the
educating you
schools.
and making you.
The school should be the number one. Like, out of everyone, that they should be learning from the schools. That you spend 8 hours a day in a school.
Yeah.
We should be on top of this with these children in the schools, because it's a high rate in schools. I read on it and it said that is one of the places that's a high rate of child molestation. It's a high rate in public schools.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of dangerous. That's
It's
not
real
safe.
dangerous.
That doesn't provide me safety for
You're
my
taking
children.
it innocent away from your
Right.
child, and it's just we got to take it more serious. us growing up now, the new generation, I feel like we don't take our life serious. We don't take people around us serious enough. We don't take our kids serious. We're not watching every little move and aspect that's going on. Like we're not monitoring the things they watch, they intake on TV, because everything on TV is about sex nowadays. We're not watching, we're not monitoring our kids, and I feel like that's what it takes to stop this curse, because it is a curse, and I feel like it may have started way back from when, you know, our ancestors got pulled from their land, and our slave owners taking, you know, the mothers and sleeping with them and making them have
And
kids
raping them.
you know, and so it's a deep embedded situation that needs to be broken and pulled from the roots.
So, cause I read up on it, it says 20 million out of 112 million. So 20 million out of 112 million of women get raped. So 20 million women
Wow.
get raped out of 112 million. What can we do to fix this? I read a report showing that 1 out of 5 girls get raped. I read that 1 out of 20 boys get raped.
Wow.
That's kind of high. That is high.
Very
That is
high.
very high. Even though so you're telling me 1 out of 10 boys. That's 1 out of 10. So what is it? How many players on a basketball team?
Let's say 15.
15. So you're telling me I say 2 out of 15 are getting raped off of a basketball team. I'm not saying like just a basketball team, but I'm saying when you're saying 1 out of 20 boys, and that's a basketball. That's a you know, and they're saying that's a high rate on where kids get
And that's so
molested
crazy,
as a coach
What are you
or on a team.
For a boy, okay, a girl being fast, you know, wearing little tube tops and little skirts, showing their, you know, showing their revealing themselves. But a boy that's fully clothed, you know, like, what is the excuse for that? There is no excuse for that.
There's just some sick people in
And
this
they're-
world. Like it's just hard. That's why I say, you know, education, it starts at home. You have to, you know, feed that you have to feed this information so it's never lost in your child. As they get older, what they say that the boys that are molested or get raped are 10 and younger. You start from 10 and younger.
Wow.
You know, that's young. What, you know, and what another thing is, when things like this go on, is it a structured household? Is there a mother and a father that is, you know, parenting to this child that can feed that information, so as they get older they know what to, you know, how to protect themselves and get that help if that's what they need? Or is it, you know, maybe a single dad that, you know, has his hands in so many things that he's not able to, you know, put that information out there and make sure that's where it starts at? Or if it's a single mother, it just needs to be put out there. You need to feed this information so that they're able, us as adults, as kids, we have that information stored in us so that we know we need to get help. We need to tell somebody, you know, to whomever. You need to get help and tell somebody.
Never feel afraid to
you know,
tell
anybody. You don't have to
Never
tell
feel afraid.
if you don't feel comfortable telling your mom. Like, you know, if you don't feel comfortable telling somebody that's close to you, because you may feel like they're gonna judge or something like that. Get to somebody and let them know what's going on so that you can get help. Because the people I feel that have gone through this, it triggers something in their mind, and now they're not, you know, functioning how they should. You know what I'm saying? They have depression and they're unable to go. They feel disgusted about themselves, and it's not their fault.
No.
You know, get that help and store this information. This is something serious. In our community, it's not being done. It's not being put out there. You know,
There's
and
no
the people
talk, no
that,
rallies.
you know, that have been through this, they're not talking. You know, they go silent. Those people need help. Those people need help. We need to get that out there.
I agree.
They say 62,939 people of sexual assault have only reported. That's how many from 2012. How many people reported sexual assault, reported rape? 62,000. So it's basically
And I think just feel
63,000 people that reported rape back in 2012.
yeah,
That's
That's
a
sad.
lot. That's inappropriate.
highly inappropriate, and it's just again, get help. Don't feel less of a person. Don't feel, don't be too hard on yourself to where you put yourself like you're bottling all this in your heart. You're holding it all in your heart.
Somebody
So where you
went
can't
through
reach
it.
out. You want to reach out because you
Yeah.
don't know who you can save next to you.
Yeah.
You could save somebody else from committing suicide. You could save someone else
Yes.
from having to go through that depression or mental illness,
Yes.
or just and just to say that is that these people that's committing these crimes to where they're going into schools and they're going into the theaters, I just feel like there's something going on with them to where they just feel powerless, where they couldn't reach out. Either their mom shut them down, or either whoever was supporting them shut them down. Now they're going out and harming our community. They're harming our community. So help one another, pull one another along to stop this curse that's going on. And to speak back, back on suicide, we are Omaha, Nebraska is number 37 ranked for suicides, and I just feel like we need to be. Well, the ranking is number 37. There's 50 states, so I just feel like we need to be not even on the radar. Period. And the number one that caused suicide is just basically depression. Depression is the ultimate one. Mental illness is the ultimate one that caused suicide. And like you were saying, everybody just need to be educated, and everybody need to uplift one another. Poking the bear or laughing at someone because they're not a certain color of their skin, or their hair is not as fine as another, or they're not driving, the BMW, you know what I'm saying? They got the bucket on 2 wheels, like things like that is just, it can be very hurtfelt and harming to someone's spirit to where they will walk into a movie theater and kill everybody, all 58 others, because they didn't feel like they had that help. So we gotta prevent that, and we gotta stop that, and we gotta stand up for what we believe in. And I am a firm believer of, I'm not gonna sit here and pat your back. If you're feeling a certain type of way, I'm gonna call you on your wrongdoings, but I'm also gonna be here to give you that help and allow you to express how you feel. But on the way of that, we're gonna be driving to the hospital to get you some help, okay? Because it all starts with reaching out to somebody and somebody getting you the proper help. With suicides, how do you guys feel about that? Like, I'm totally against suicide.
Suicide is a hard subject, and I say that I don't know about suicide, because that's just.
Again,
Suicide
it's
is for the weak. I'm just gonna call it how it is. The devil has came in your mind and made you feel so weak at the point where you had to take your own life, when life is so precious.
Yeah.
It is so precious. So we gotta start with building the mind back up. Whether that's getting in the gym, whether that's eating right, taking care of your body, yourself, your mental health. If you take care of all those things, not for once would you think about taking your life and taking somebody else's. I just believe that. I'm a firm believer in that, and also pray. Pray.
No.
I definitely
Truth be
agree.
told.
Okay,
Truth be told.
Now,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm like, don't say that. No, I just feel like it is for the weak, and I just feel like it's somebody in your mind. It's something in your mind that's making you be controlled and take control of yourself, your own mind.
my personal opinion, I wouldn't say it's for the weak. What I would say, again, it goes with mental illness. Those people who don't get the help that they need, they're being talked about, they don't feel wanted, they done been molested, and all of this is going on. It gets to a mind where your mind is not getting that energy and that positive energy that you need, so it's shut down.
So let's just end it now. Let's just go ahead and end it all now.
So,
Maybe
it happens.
I feel you.
And take like things like this. We are all mothers. When we got tons of laundry to do, we got dishes piled up, we got a baby in diapers, he boo-boo in pee-pee, he need to be changed, your 2-year-old is writing on your wall in crayons,
Get
the school is calling that the 5-year-old is he cutting up at school,
water ain't
and all of this
on,
stuff is going on, and haven't you just feel like, I give up, I'm done. You done felt that way.
Yeah, I have
Not to
felt
the
like I
point where
give
you want
up
to take your
to
life,
take
but
my
I'm saying
life.
it's certain people
That's very
when they're not
selfish.
getting that positive energy that they need and they feeling unwanted. Some people are not strong enough, to carry on. They just give up. And that's why I'm saying you gotta educate. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Teach
spirit.
that self love. I definitely, speaking when you speaking about religious or what you believe in. I definitely, I was raised in the church. I definitely believe in a higher power. You gotta pray. That's just me. You gotta pray. You gotta keep that faith. You gotta teach that and give that. You need people in your life to give that back to
Come
you.
with it,
Truth be
then. Come
told.
with it. Come with it.
You know what I'm saying? So just
Let me
because
know.
of that, I don't feel like it's for the weak. But that's why us as the people, as the community, whether if you're black, you're white, you're Asian, Filipino, whatever it is, come together
Come
and
together,
put that
uplift
out
each
there,
other,
put that
yeah.
positive out there, and then everybody need to get that positive back. So we won't have suicides, and the numbers won't be skyrocketing, and people don't feel like they can give up, and I can just come to you and say, I need help. Can you help me?
And the most time it starts with
You
you
know,
open your mouth.
Let's
You
get
gotta
it.
open up. You gotta speak up. Because nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect on this. That's walking this world today is perfect. You gotta speak up. You can't get help if you're not speaking up. You gotta speak up. And I'm gonna stick by it. I think it's just for the weak-minded people. People that commit suicide, they just feel like they want to take their life. Also, I'm gonna play this card. Who are you to take your life? You're not God.
You're going up the coward way.
You're not God to take your life.
That is the coward way.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's so much more that you can do than to result to taking your own life. And that's just how I feel about it. I don't know what else to say, but most definitely, what about, let's change the subject a little bit. Let's twist it around a little bit. What about women proposing to their men? Do you agree with women proposing to their men?
No, I would never propose. I am an independent. I do not finesse these men out here. I know what I want, and if you're not going to give me what I want, I know what I'm worth. And if you ain't going to provide me for what I need, stability, motivation, if you ain't going to provide me what you're supposed to provide me as a man, then no, that is a man's job. Maybe because I was raised that way, I'm not going to propose to no man. I'm not going to get on one knee.
Yeah, I don't see
and
myself
propose
proposing to no man either.
I'm
But
not going to kiss my man's feet. I'm not going to kiss my man's feet, but my man can kiss my feet. You see how that goes?
Nah, because I kiss
Truth
my
be
man.
told.
Y'all know what you're saying. I kiss my man feet, honey.
I ain't kissed my man feet. He
Yeah,
done kissed mine. Like I said, I'm the queen of the castle.
But he
Right.
is the king, and it's the one above him that makes him the king.
Makes
So I'm
him the
kissing
king.
those feet.
Come on,
Yeah.
truth be told.
I'm kissing them feet.
I
So
hear
that-
But
you.
see,
Would
that's
you
what I'm
propose
saying.
to a
I'm not
man?
proposing to a man because I do believe that it is God created that man to find his queen. So God, king, queen, it is his job to make me his queen. So I'm not gonna propose, but I am kissing some feet, okay? As long as I got that thing.
How
As
long
long
you
as I got that thing. Yes, as long as I got that thing.
I was watching, the reason why I brought this topic up is because I was watching a commercial and a girl was on is it about time for women to step up and start proposing? I'm just like,
I just feel like
I wasn't raised
you're
to
babying
propose
your
to a
man.
man.
You're babying.
I wasn't
you're
raised
babying
because
him.
I feel
You're
like
not
a
giving
man
him the
is
responsibility.
really, I feel like a woman
You're not
knows,
giving
but a man,
It takes longer for men to mature. It takes boys longer to mature
so when
than
he
a
proposes,
woman.
like
So
that's what
when
he
a woman
wants.
know that that's what you want, now that's when a man needs to step up and know if that's what he wants. So if that's what he wants, then he needs to be proposing to you because it's when we want a ring, when majority of women want a ring, we want our man to propose to us. So when you think about it, it's like I'm already mature. I know that I love you. Once you move in with me, you must know that I want marriage. You must know that I want children. You must know that I'm ready to be your last name. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's when he knows that I'm ready to mature by making that next step. That's his job to go in and make that next step.
Yeah.
Like, I'm making that step to let you move in, or we moving in together, because that's a lot for a woman.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I totally agree. I'm just not with it. I'm not with proposing to your funky ass. You better know my worth and get down on one knee with a fat ass rock and propose to me. That's just how I'm saying. That's how I'm saying. So, also, Like,
some women just like to be in control.
that's
To be honest, because that's what it is. That's
I'ma
what
make
it comes
you marry
down
me.
to.
I'ma make
You know
you
what I'm
marry
saying?
me.
They
No,
want to have that
that's not
control.
bad. No.
And you know,
So
some
is
men
it
love
okay?
it.
So if
Some
you
men love that
she
stuff.
proposed to her man, is it okay for him to say no, like it is for a
Ooh.
woman?
Yes, it is.
Because
Yes, it is.
that's kind of more little heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You're gonna
But
get more
strip
heartbroken
bubble.
than a man will get heartbroken. No, for real. Pop.
Hey, I definitely agree. He has the right to say no if he don't want it, but baby, you got to, well, just me. There's an order.
No,
You
your
gotta-
word.
There's an order you gotta
Exactly.
follow.
Yeah, no,
But
your word.
Yeah, I
when
feel
women
you.
do go out and do that type of, they propose. Me
That makes
personally,
it easier
I feel
for
like
men.
they are women that want that control. They want that control. They want to be the person who.
But why can't they just be so
propose.
in
They
love
want
with
to-
this
they
person
want
to where
to
they
be-
want this person? That's just it. Like,
I'm
They
gonna
might
wait.
gotta be a control
Just
thing.
know I'm gonna wait 5 years, probably the max, and then that's it. I'm out of there. So I wait. So I'm gonna wait for you to propose. You proposing in 5 years, whatever we discuss. If I'm not seeing no actions in that, I'm gone.
so should you put a time frame on marriage or
on
when
a
to get
relation,
married?
being engaged.
Being engaged? Like,
Yes.
is there a time
Where
frame
is
there?
there a time? What is a good age
Comment.
to
Right. Please comment.
What is
Share
a
your
good
thoughts
age
on
to
that.
proposal? I'm 28 years old. Do you think I'm still too young to be settled down where I'm following my dreams? Or do you think I should follow my dreams first and wait until I'm in
Or
my
wait till
mid
you-
30s and get
Or
proposed and
how
have the
long
next
do you
baby?
date? Like you said, how long do you really date somebody before you would start to expect,
Right.
a ring, a long-term
Right.
commitment like that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm about
I
that
put a time
point.
frame on mine.
I feel like if I'm in
Because-
3 years and if I'm been dating you for 3 years, if we're relationship, it's on Facebook, Instagram,
I mean, as long as
Twitter.
if you engaged,
3
okay,
years,
that's a step. At least,
just know,
engaged.
after
You make
3
me
years,
feel like it's real.
I feel like after 3 years, just know I'm expecting a ring.
We ain't
After
gotta be
3
married
years.
right
Of a
away.
relationship?
Have a relationship.
Can you really build a strong relationship over 3 years? Do you really think that?
Oh no, because
I can
wait,
share my own
no,
personal
right,
experience. I can share my own personal
I
experience.
feel like, to be
I
honest, I feel like I did it in 1 year. I feel like in 1 year I met this man, and I feel like we became friends for a whole 1 year. If he would have proposed, I would have said, "Oh hell yes, I'm locking that down." What you talking about?
I don't know. I just, coming to find out, I feel like it just takes 2 years, and I feel like I have been in enough relationships to really figure out how long does it really to really know a person. How long does it take? Me personally, I really feel like it takes 2 years because boys are just so sneaky. For instance, they could be telling you one name and in a whole another year you know another name. That's just not who they are. Or
I'm a witness to that.
I'm a witness to that too. This guy, you've been dating this guy and for 8 months, and then all of a sudden
He
he got another
and
a
he got
married
a woman
on the
with a
side.
baby. How we do that there? What's up with that there?
I think it takes longer than 6 months. I think it takes most definitely 2 years in my mind frame to know the ins and out of somebody, to know what color they really like, what's their
What
favorite
level,
hobby, what they love to eat,
Yes.
what hurts them, what
Favorite color.
what comforts them.
I think it takes longer. I'm just gonna put that out there. I
Why
think
do
it
you
takes
think
way
that?
longer.
What's up?
Because people have hidden motives all the time.
sneaky
So
motherfucker.
2 years, 3 years, you can know somebody 10+ years and still not know them.
Still be on
So
game.
you really-
Just still be on game.
But that can be
You
just
know,
them, and that's if
it
you're gonna accept
definitely
that,
takes
or if
that.
you're not gonna accept that. That could be
You
just
wanna accept
them.
that type
Like
of person.
that's the type of person haven't talked to someone in like 8 months, and then you still on that same game. Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't all grew from this situation, but you.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be just that person, how their mentality is. It can be just, they think it's okay to be shysty to people, to run people over, because they probably never had that positive support behind them.
Yeah, but also at that point, when you find out about somebody, do you turn a blind eye to them because you really love them?
Yeah.
Because you really feel like, so this man is going out, he got a whole nother wife, he got a whole nother family, but he's coming home to you in wee hours, when do you honestly stick up and stand for yourself? When do you call it quits? after you find out all the dirty stuff that he's been doing? Like, do you let it manifest, or do you cut it off? Do you know your self-worth and just cut it off?
That's what, self awareness and you got to know yourself, okay? I believe everybody has a breaking point, but you gotta start with yourself. So how long you gonna date somebody before you expecting them to step up and propose? How long you gonna wait till you feel like you actually know somebody? Yeah, all of that, you got to really be comfortable with yourself, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know all of that before,
You call yourself committed to somebody.
That's
You
what I'm
got to-
saying. All I
Know
need
yourself,
personally, know
baby.
yourself.
Because I've been through, a 7-year relationship, okay, since I was a baby. I'm 27, I'm 26, going to be 27. And I did not know myself. And after being committed and giving this man
Everything.
husband privileges and, doing that,
Give him the husband privilege.
after having a baby and doing and sacrificing so much, I look back and I didn't know myself. I didn't know how comfortable I was with myself.
Truth be
And I
told.
made a lot of mistakes. Okay? So it all starts within yourself.
Within
You got
yourself.
to-
You have to love yourself
Yes, love
before you
yourself.
can love
Teach
anyone.
I
yourself.
think it's lust. Most of the time it's
Love.
lust with somebody.
It's-
Lust
yeah.
before it's actually,
So do you? So you're
Love.
saying that you don't believe in love at first sight? You don't think you'll meet a mate and be like,
No,
No.
I don't. From going through my own experience, I quit it. Cut it out. Ain't no love at first sight. Maybe his dingling is long at first sight, but ain't no love at first sight.
that hump on first sight though, right? Y'all humping on first sight. Humping on first sight.
Truth
Wow.
be told, what do you
Truth be
think?
told, okay?
What
Y'all.
do you think? I don't know. Subscribe and tell us.
Tell
Get your
us.
input in.
Please,
Comment,
please, please.
And then I just want to let you guys know for the 1-800 hotline suicidal. If anyone, you guys can reach out. You guys have any thoughts on, not even
Any
just
family members
family
maybe
mem-
going
yes,
through stuff, a
yes.
friend, a
If
co-worker,
one thought ever
anybody.
came in your head, please
Please.
call the
A
hotline.
priest, it don't matter.
Call the hotline. 1-800-273-8255. Again, 1-800-273-8255.
Don't be scared. We're all here for you.
And then if you know any children that is getting molested, if it's just a thing, maybe if you thinking something, if you feeling that, God is telling you that something's going on. You go with your instinct. My mother
Go
used
with
to,
your gut.
my grandmother used to tell me a woman's intuition is always right. So you better go with your gut. If you guys know any children getting molested, women getting raped or abused, please call the 1-800-4-A-CHILD. We're here for our children, and them are our future, and we need to help them.
And we need to be there at all expense. So how do you tell somebody that, they dick stink or their pussy cat stink?
Well, wow.
You just tell them.
Yeah, rip it off like a band-aid, honey.
If a friend comes, if a friend comes and brings their friend and that stuff stank, then you gotta tell your friend that they gotta go and take them with you. Like,
No, I just walk out. You know you stink. You too old for that.
too old.
No,
Please don't be.
if anybody
please.
smell yourself, you smell yourself
I
first.
should not be
So-
smelling you in the club either. The club should not be smelling like none of that.
Well.
Well,
Yeah.
that's Truth Be Told. Tell us how you feel and stay tuned next Thursday, Truth Be Told at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We want
Yes.
to thank our
Thank our
guest,
guest, Lonnie.
Lonnie, for
Yes,
coming
I
through for us.
appreciate you.
Thank the cameraman.
Thank
Shout out to
you.
the cameraman.
Shout out to Auntie.
Thank
yes.
you for my
Aunties,
co-host,
yes.
Letitia, and I
Thank
am your
you.
host.
This is
Janae
your host,
Rochelle.
Janae Rochelle.
And you guys have a great night.
Alrighty now, truth be told.
Truth be told.
Truth be told. Hey.
All
Yes.
right. The music going.
Ew.